Okay, back again another live stream broadcast podcast or whatever that is. So basically, I'm in the intentional weekly scheduled free time, but yeah, it turns out it's basically getting longer than what I expected. Even though I basically wanted to do something that basically can make me satisfied, but I think it is just too late, and it will not make it since the things that I the things that basically make me satisfied will be closed down in around 45 minutes every day, so I can most likely only able to do that on the weekend. So yeah, because there's basically needs some time to take those places, and basically I just don't know what kind of things that I basically want to talk about, because for some reason I think I haven't do anything or any content besides preparing the native language podcast, since I basically tried to prioritize on it, since I just wanted to keep the consistency of 2 days single upload, even though I basically already tried to sacrifice many things in order to make me a little bit not stressful related to my main job of task, because I just don't know what kind of things that will happen in the future, because yeah everything are just not getting better, and for some reason all I can do is just accept it and try to do as good as I can to find a better opportunity. But if it is still not the time for me to get a better opportunity, then I just can accept it and try to be grateful as well, obviously. So yeah, I don't know what else that I can basically want to talk about, because some of the things that I just experienced last week is basically already represent in the yesterday live stream. It's if it is available. I just completely forgot, and it's been a while that I haven't see how much broadcast that I have been done on my main channel, because there's obviously a lot of them that I can basically try to improve the title of the video, even though it's definitely doesn't really matters in terms of the result or from the SEO algorithm searching. I don't know, because I basically going through so many things that I basically need to think about related to my main job of tasks, even though there's still not enough. There's still so many things that I basically need to understand in a very short amount of time, even though I'm not sure if I basically cannot keep up with the time that I basically need to understand whether I will get kicked out from the company, or I just can stay with the probably the same amount of conditions or expectation, because for some reason I never really prefer to do this kind of things. But there's no other way that can basically make me feel productive, because if I basically lost all of the things that I basically had right now related to my main job of tasks, I basically will not be that happy as well, because I basically will not have the amount of income that I can basically try to save over and over again, even though it's basically still quite far from what some of my friends can get. But I think it is more than enough for most of the people that in my age, perhaps, I'm not sure, but yeah. So that's the reason why at some point I just try to be doing as good as I can to keep my job, obviously in my main job of task. But at some point, if I just don't want to force myself doing something that basically make me very stressful, because at some point I even sacrifice doing good behavior, which definitely much better if I basically try to do that. But yeah, I just have a very limited time and I just don't want to be interrupted or record a pretty short recording. Besides, I already tried to complete the recording before all of this stressful begins. So yeah, I basically still try to prioritize on other things, other personal productivity things that I basically still expect the result. But yeah, I just wanted to express what I basically feel right now. So yeah, well, even though some of my college friends will go for a trip that basically relieve their stress, perhaps if they had similar condition like me. But yeah, if I basically try to come with them, and even though I basically didn't get invited to those trips, but even if I basically invited, I'm not sure whether I will eventually go or not. Maybe I will still go if I basically already try to bought all of the tickets, all of those pretty expensive things. But yeah, but if I basically still have a choice for not doing that, I think I will not try to do that, because at some point if I basically miss some of the things that I basically need to understand, it's pretty hard to catch up, because I don't know, maybe I'm some of the people are just overreacting, or it is basically not as hard as it used to be. I just don't know, but at least I just don't want to get lost or missing out from other people's understanding, especially when it is pretty high or pretty high in terms of the differences. So yeah, it's only 7 minutes. There's still, I don't know how many things that I have explained, but yeah, I think I will not try to do this that long, because for some reason I just need to rest for a while, even though there is so many things that I basically need to do, even though it's basically not all of those things are basically only for my responsibility. But I just don't really like to postpone something that I can do immediately. So that's the reason why it's definitely makes me a little bit stressful, even though for something that's still pretty far away in the future, I try to make it as the lowest prioritization, even though it's definitely gonna be hard for me if I basically try to understand it in more in the shorter amount of time. But yeah, at least I try to do all of the things concurrently or parallel or in parallel, so that I don't have to, I don't know, still try to keep the professionalism, perhaps, even though yeah, it's definitely not really respected by all of those people who basically have high position, because for some reason they are wasting everything that we have done. All of the things that we need to understand are just our business as usual, or the things that basically already our work, and including following their suggestion, perhaps, even though they never really experience what exactly that we are trying to think about. All of our efforts, all of the struggles, they just never know, because they're already in the high position of a company or organization that's yeah focus on a strategic level. That's basically every people would able to do that if they basically wanted. But yeah, that's probably the luck that they perhaps, even though, yeah, just like what I always said in many of my previous live stream podcasts or whatever it is, or whatever it is, so including the things that I just heard last week. So luck is basically something that we have related to how we can get an opportunity to be close with our creators. So luck related to the things that we get in this world are just the other side. I don't know, I just out of words. Maybe because I'm still trying to think about something that I just know for several days or even weeks perhaps, and it's just hard for me to digest all of those many information that I just can only accept. And so